Am I the a-hole for not wanting to close the relationship after my wife cheated on me 5 years ago? That question hits different when you're the one living it. 5 years, 5 damn years of this circus. I'm 38 now, a decade married, 2 kids, and a life that looks good on paper. But paper tears easy, doesn't it? This whole mess started when I was 33. I found out my wife, the woman I swore to spend my life with, the mother of my kids, was screwing around with her coworker. It wasn't some long-term thing, about a month, but it hit me like a damn freight train. The kind of hurt that makes you want to curl up and just disappear. I wouldn't wish that feeling on my worst enemy. No exaggeration. She came clean, eventually, said she quit her job, even started online therapy. Bless her heart. All the right moves, all the right words, but words felt cheap. You know, like she was reading from a script. I spent nearly a month holed up, just thinking, trying to figure out what the hell to do. Leave, stay, what about the kids? Every scenario I ran through my head felt like shit. Divorce felt like admitting defeat, like tearing our family apart. And I hated that idea. But staying felt like a surrender, like letting her off the hook. And I couldn't stomach that either. So I came up with a third option. A Hail Mary, a scorched earth policy, whatever you want to call it. I told her I'd stay, but under one condition: we were going to have an open marriage. I saw the hesitation in her eyes, plain as day. She didn't like it, not one bit, but I held firm, told her if she didn't agree, I was out, done. She eventually caved. We set some ground rules: nobody coming to the house, always get tested. The basic stuff. Looking back, maybe I should have just walked away. Maybe I just wanted to hurt her back, make her feel a fraction of what I was feeling. Revenge. It's a powerful motivator, and it makes you do stupid shit. The ink wasn't even dry on our new arrangement before I called Leia. Leia and I go way back. Childhood best friends. We'd shared some heavy stuff growing up. Real bonding experiences that forged a connection deeper than most people ever get. We even dated for a bit in college, but we cut it off because we both valued the friendship too much. Didn't want to risk screwing up something solid for a fleeting romance. We both knew the score. After I told Leia what went down, she started reaching out more. Calls, FaceTimes, us all hanging out, me, her, my kids, even my wife sometimes. It felt natural. Leia was single, and I didn't push anything. Didn't try to make it something it wasn't. Not at first, but we were close. Always had been. And one night, she invited me to her place, and we hooked up. It wasn't a surprise. Not really. We'd been circling it. She knew about the open marriage, so there was no guilt. No sneaking around, or so I told myself. For the past 5 years, that's been our thing. Leia and I, dinners, dates, and if the mood was right, we'd hook up. I was upfront with my wife about it. Told her Leia was the only person I was seeing. My wife, in turn, was transparent too. She showed me the profiles on the dating apps, pictures of the guys she'd slept with. Tall, muscular, ridiculously attractive. Didn't surprise me. My wife's always been a looker. Probably had 1,000 matches if she wanted them. It was a weird dynamic. This open marriage. 2 wrongs. Trying to make some twisted right. The thing is, my wife started complaining, said the sex felt empty, said she didn't feel anything but remorse after it. Just hookups. She called them like she was a piece of meat. Funny, isn't it? She wanted meaningful connection, but pushed it away when she had it. While she was out there collecting notches, I found something different with Leia. Something that actually felt good, meaningful even, not just a quick screw for revenge. Last night, it all blew up. My wife broke down, crying, begging me to close the relationship. Said she loved me, only me, and would never love anyone more. It was a damn performance. I stood there, listening, feeling nothing but cold logic in my gut. If she truly loved me, she wouldn't have cheated 5 years ago. That simple. The words felt hollow. She wanted to pull the rug out from under me now that she didn't like the game she agreed to play. Am I the a-hole for not wanting to close the relationship? I don't think so. A bonehead. Maybe. Forever agreeing to this mess in the first place. But not an a-hole for sticking to the deal she agreed to. This isn't about love anymore. Not for me. It's about what's left of my sanity. About the kids, who, let's be real, aren't stupid. They must have sensed something was off. The late nights, the separate routines, the tension that hums under the surface. You can't hide that kind of chaos from kids. My wife's crying act. That's just another manipulation. She's trying to shift the blame, to make me feel like the bad guy for not wanting to go back to a situation that she destroyed. She fucked up, then agreed to my terms. And now she doesn't like the consequences of her own choices. It's the same old pattern. Everything's someone else's fault. And when it blows up in her face, she plays the victim. You're making me feel unsafe right now, she'd say. Or why are you being so controlling? Whenever I questioned anything she did, always twisting it, always making me the bad guy for reacting to her actions. I remember when she used to weaponize therapy speak, even when she wasn't actually in therapy. I'm setting boundaries, she'd say, which always translated to I'm doing whatever I want, and you can't say shit about it. Or, that's just toxic masculinity. If I ever expressed any frustration or anger, it was always a shield, a way to avoid any real accountability. She operated with extreme double standards, rules for me, exemptions for her. I couldn't have female friends without an interrogation, but she could hang out with male friends who were clearly sniffing around. And the way she'd use intimacy as a reward or punishment, pulling away when she was mad, then offering it up like some grand prize when she wanted something. It was exhausting. I saw her change in public, too. Around other people, she was charming, vivacious, the perfect wife. But then we'd get home, and the mask would drop. The coldness, the passive aggression, the dismissive looks, it was like living with two different people. For years, I tried to maintain the image, protect our relationship in front of friends and family. But privately, it was a goddamn war zone. My buddies, they saw it. Early on, they'd try to tell me, subtle at first, man, she seems different lately. Or, you doing all right? You look kind of worn out. I'd defend her, make excuses, sunk cost, right? All the time. The money, the energy I'd invested in this marriage, I convinced myself I could fix it, that if I just tried harder, gave more chances, things would go back to normal. That was a mistake, a big one, giving one more chance when someone has already shown you who they are. I used to be the guy who tried to logic through everything. My job demands it. You look at the data, you analyze the variables, you make a decision. But emotions, man, they don't follow logic. I kept thinking if I just explained it better, if I just presented the facts, she'd see it my way, see the damage she was doing. Idiot. She didn't care about facts. She cared about what she wanted, when she wanted it. She'd say, I never said that, even when I had direct quotes. Gaslighting, pure and simple. The stress of it all hit me hard. Physically, my sleep went to hell. My appetite was shot. I was tense all the time. My jaw clenched. My work suffered, too. It was hard to focus when my home life felt like a goddamn minefield. Colleagues started asking if everything was okay. I'd shrug it off, say I was just tired. But it was more than that. I was drained, mentally and emotionally, walking on eggshells in my own damn house. And Leia, she's been there for me through it all. She understood. She never judged. It's strange, isn't it? The person I was supposed to be loyal to betrayed me, and the person I was just friends with ended up being the steady presence in my life. It made me question everything I thought I knew about relationships, about loyalty. Was I supposed to stay loyal to someone who threw it all away, or was self-preservation the real loyalty here? I protected her reputation, her feelings, for years, while she continually chipped away at mine. I owned my mistakes, took responsibility for the part I played in this mess, but I wasn't going to be a scapegoat for her choices. This whole thing has been a slow burn, the kind of chaos that seeps into every corner of your life, and now she wants to close it, wants to go back to normal, after 5 years of this, after I've found some semblance of peace, some actual connection with someone else. No, that's not how this works. She had her chance to be monogamous. She blew it. The comments section on that forum, it's a damn echo chamber of what I've been feeling. Yeah, at this point, it's been an open marriage for 5 years, and he's developed a second long-term partner, and she's had casual partners. Closing either relationship would mean ending the other. Understandably, at this point, most people don't want to do that, unless there's a serious problem currently in the relationship. There is a serious problem. She doesn't want me to have another partner. Now that she's tired of hers, I don't want to break up with Leia. We're at an impasse. Just face the incompatibility and divorce. Yeah, no shit. Another guy said, Esh, your wife sucks for cheating. You suck for having revenge SCX for 5 years and using your old friend for that purpose. Leah isn't being used. She's a grown woman. She knows what she's doing, and this wasn't about revenge sex for 5 years. It started that way. Maybe a way to get even, to feel something besides raw pain. But it evolved. It became something real with Leia. My wife's infidelity wasn't a prescription for saving the marriage. It was the death knell. Someone else nailed it. I think people who suggest open relationship already has someone in mind. In this case, The cheating became like a gift to you to give you in as an excuse you did. You wanted to do all along. Who knows if she ever stopped? I'm sure once you suggested open relationship, she didn't. Maybe she just didn't share with you. But from your end, it's basically like rubbing in her face for the rest of your marriage. I thought I was saying you had to forgive her. But if not, people should just break up. Why stick around to emotionally abuse each other and blah, blah, blah? This hit me hard. Did I subconsciously want an excuse? Maybe the idea of Leia was always there, a flicker in the background. But I never would have acted on it if my wife hadn't shattered everything first. And you know what? I don't think she ever stopped. She just started being more discreet. That's not who I am anymore, she'd say, trying to avoid any consequences for her past actions. But her behavior never really changed. She had no problem torturing him. This is 100% on her. She could divorce him too. Did you miss the part where she screwed multiple guys during the 5 years, right? That's the thing. I think if he was going to really have teach her something, she wouldn't be. It'd be just him having fun with Lele, and that's it, not her out with Chad and Tyrone. She made the decision at every step. She decided to cheat. She decided to take the open marriage. She decided to continue screwing other guys. He did what he could to find some sort of happiness. Now she wants to take that away from him too. I agree, they should divorce her ass immediately. He should have done so 5 years ago. Why give a rat a second chance to bite you? I hope he divorces her and marries Leia. Sounds like she was the real one. That last comment resonated. She made her choices. Every single step of the way. She cheated. She agreed to the open marriage. She went out and slept with other men. And now that it's not convenient for her anymore, she wants to rewind the clock. She wants to take away the only real happiness I've found in the wreckage of this marriage. Divorce. It's been 5 years. And the truth is, this marriage died that day she cheated. Everything since has just been a slow, painful autopsy. This whole open marriage thing, it was a disaster waiting to happen. Unless both people are genuinely into it from the start, it's just a band-aid on a gaping wound. And with kids involved, it's a goddamn mess. This isn't payback anymore. It's just prolonging the agony. She's an a-hole for cheating, and I'm a bonehead for trying to make a twisted deal out of it. It's over. It has to be. The only real revenge, the only true win, is to move on and find actual happiness. And I think I know where to start looking.